And we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. We got about 15 minutes. As soon as the show is over, Amanda, I'm headed over to Nicholson Tire to get my oil change. I think I'm going to go with the tire rotation, balance, everything. I think I want everything.
I need to do all that too.
Yeah, I think I want the tires balanced, rotation, rotate the tires, spin the little things around, put them back on there. Maybe the vibration will be gone. Change the oil. I mean, I'm really going to go up there because you know why? Because I don't want to say dread. I don't want to say dread, but I think yesterday was my last, and I don't want to call leisure evening, but I think it was my last day at home. No, I don't mean I'm leaving home. You understand? I mean, you know, I could be confusing. I'm not leaving home like, you know, I'm not running away from home. But I mean, I got to get the oil changed because I think from here on out, it's going to be 100 straight days of, not even 100 now, of campaign hell. Every night somebody will be somewhere, and I've got to be in the back of the room saying hello or checking it out and keeping up with it. Because I made a commitment this morning, right? Did we not? Did we make a commitment?
You did.
Okay, well, you know, that's what I have to do. Anyhow, folks, there's a couple things, okay? Before we get to the qualifying, I want to talk about, let's go through the Donald Trump tweets first. So our president of the United States has decided to send out some tweets this morning, which I enjoy. 1 hour ago, Amanda, 1 hour ago, the President of the United States tweeted out, lowest rated Oscars in history. Problem is we don't have stars anymore except your president. Just kidding, of course. You gotta like that.
I love him.
You gotta like that.
I just love him.
He said, just kidding, of course. They'll go nuts over that today. They will go nuts. You gotta give it to the guy. We don't have any stars anymore except for your president. Just kidding. Just kidding. Relax, everybody. Oh, my God. So anyhow, then the other tweet that the President of the United States sent out 57 minutes ago, federal judge in Maryland has just ruled that President Trump has the right to end DACA. President Obama had 8 years to fix this problem and didn't. I am waiting for Dems. They are running for the hills. That is true. Folks, the news last night led, ABC, NBC, CBS led with Sam Nunberg, drunk as a skunk, off his meds. They were trying to sober him up at every interview. They said, stop everything. We do know that Donald Trump said 6 months ago or whatever, DACA is going to end on March 5th. We know he gave us. It's like the debt ceiling to them. They wait to the last minute. It's like shutting down the government. The President of the United States exposed both parties by giving them 6 months to talk, 6 months to put something together. Well, he has not led the way. Yes, he has, folks. 6 months, nothing. Democrats do not want to solve DACA. Don't want to do it. Don't want to do it. Okay, that's 59 minutes ago. Now, 34 minutes ago, it's interesting. We have just done this story 34 minutes ago, possible progress. Now, this is the one that makes me really like the guy and thankful he's president of the United States today and not Jeb Bush. Okay, possible progress being made in talks with North Korea. For the first time in many years, a serious effort is being made by all parties concerned. The world is watching and waiting. Maybe false hope, maybe, but the U.S. is ready to go hard in either direction. So if you're coming to the table and you're going to denuclearize North Korea, we'll go hard with you that way and we'll make it happen. But if you're not, we're going the other way just as hard. That's why I like this guy. All right, the $175 per car. And these are my last two things of the day. Okay. Now, some of you out there are in business, you're in small business, and you understand what it's like to make $100, and you understand what it's like to lose $100, and you understand what it's like to need $100 to operate, and it costed you $200 to operate that day. Revenue is down. We understand most of that. So, although the zeros, there's more zeros, we're not really that dumb out here in the mainland, rural America, that when somebody says they've lost X billions of dollars and we loan them X billions of dollars, they do not say, voila, we have found X billions of dollars and paid back the bill. Average Americans take out a 30-year mortgage, some 15, okay, which on a $100,000 home, they pay almost $300,000 back over the course of the 30 years. And that's just the best they can do, okay? Americans are taking out auto loans, 72 months, same as 0%, 72 months, okay? Still yet. But it takes 6 years to pay those automobiles off, and you know, $800 a month, $600 a month, $500 a month, $1,200 a month, whatever. So average Americans do not believe, and if you do, let me squash that, okay, that when the auto manufacturers collapsed, we'll go with Chrysler and GMC right now, when they collapsed, GM and Chrysler and, you know, Ford hit the skids there, and they got in trouble for flying their corporate jets to Washington, D.C., and they needed money. Well, we turned over the auto manufacturers to the unions. The unions became the real owners, not the American people. The American people loaned billions of dollars in what is a false economy, a recession. You see, billions of dollars, billions and billions of dollars was loaned to the auto manufacturers. All right? There were new credit avenues set up for the auto manufacturers. All right? And in the midst, while you and I were struggling, their sales were going through the roof. We yet don't know how their sales went through the roof. Okay? We did the old cash for clunkers. You remember that? If you can roll it, push it, or shove it on a lot, we're going to give you so much cash. We're going to buy it and put towards that new vehicle. Okay. Didn't matter. Cash for clunkers. Remember that brilliant idea we had? But here's the thing. So what did they do up at General Motors? Say, look, our truck, Ford and Chrysler, our truck is $30,000. So let's change the sticker to $30,500. And we'll take that $500 and give it back to the American people to pay off the debt that they loaned us, billions of dollars. That didn't happen, folks. It didn't happen. You see, we know the burden that was shifted onto the American people from the unions. We know the burden of the retirement fund that they cannot pay, the pensions that they cannot pay with the auto manufacturers. You and I know how they shifted everything around to give the illusion that they were once again profitable. I don't know. That they were paying their bills. And most of all, in a recession, they were able to pay back the American people billions of dollars. Well, we all know those are lies. We all know that they did nothing but shift the debt into different columns in their accounting. We know that. We know it wasn't possible. I mean, there's not a business on earth that had that great of a business plan to borrow billions, hundreds and hundreds of millions from the federal government and turn around and pay it back. You see, these are not the same years when Lee Iacocca with Chrysler and Jimmy Carter bailed out Chrysler, and Lee Iacocca invented the Chrysler minivan, and Lee Iacocca invented the K car, all right, along with the Mustang over Ford. And he created a product. He created an interest for the product. This is not like that when Chrysler paid back, and we know that. But you and I keep hearing that this will cost $175 per car. I tell you what, we'll accept the increased cost on an automobile when you accept that you lied to us, that you did not pay back the debt that General Motors and all of you took out, a loan from us, the taxpayers. When you admit that you cannot even pay the burden, and then eventually the auto manufacturers have to collapse and go broke again. There's no way out. You see, they didn't fix anything. You cannot have a false quantitative easing 1, quantitative easing 2 of flush cash out into a unreal economy and expect to really pay those bills back. I'm so tired of hearing that $175 per automobile. $175 per automobile is not our problem. It's the burden and the lie to the American people about the true cost of the automobile before Trump ever said 25% on steel. Folks, let me wrap up by telling you, you can go. It is time for qualifying. FetchYourNews.com. Qualifying. House Speaker David Ralston has requalified to run for the 7th District here. And he has requalified yesterday. He has an opponent, Margaret Williamson, which is Natalie is writing an article now that will be on there. If you go to FetchYourNews.com, we want to go over it one more time. Let's go to 1. If you go to FetchYourNews.com, FYN Election 1, you will see there's a button. If you go to FetchYourNews.com, election FYN Election 1, McFly, are you over there? Why, you do that just to stress me out?
Patience.
Okay. If you go to FetchYourNews.com and you look at the top of the screen, there's a button, the second one to your right, as you're looking at the screen that says Election 2018. You can click on that and your information will be there. Then you see all of your buttons there: Gilmer, Fannin, Pickens, Union, Dawson, White, Towns. Click on Gilmer. So let's go to Election 2. Let's go to the number 2. We've clicked on Gilmer. That will take you to the Fetch Your News Gilmer website. And up there again, you see Election 2018 button there. And you click on the Election 2018 button on Gilmer, and here's what comes up. It comes up the Election 2018 category. You got the third one. That's what comes up, and you will see the Election 2018 Gilmer election candidates qualify, and right next to that you will see Speaker David Ralston qualifies for re-election in House District 7. So that is there. If you click on who qualified, then you will see yesterday Commission Chair in Gilmer County Charlie Paris qualified to run for another term. Ronald Watkins has qualified to run for Board of Education, and Michael Bramlett, Board of Education District 4. Those are the qualifying there. You can go to Fannin County, and you can see in Fannin County, we'll just go to that one quickly. I'll click through there, show you. I went to Fannin 2018. Candidates qualify in 2018. There it is, the top. And we have, let's see, at the top, we have Dixie Carter. Dixie Carter has qualified for the Democrat ballot for Post 2. So that Post 2, Commission Post 2 in Fannin County is going to be an aggressive election. Dixie Carter has qualified on the Democrat side. On the Republican side, Glenn Patterson has qualified for Post 2. Bobby Bearden has qualified to run again for Board of Education. Marvin Allen has also qualified to run in the Board of Education. So that's how you check everybody that's qualified this week. Qualifying will end Friday, and we will know all the elections where they're set. In every county we cover, we plan to have every qualified candidate there so you can see, and we will cover everything from every forum we can get to, every debate we can get to. We'll bring as many things as we can to you live throughout this election process so you have the most information. Let's see. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. North Georgia's only live online morning show. Tomorrow is Wednesday, correct? Okay.
It's Wednesday, tomorrow.
Wednesday, and then Thursday, and then Friday, we're in Circuit World. Okay. So tomorrow, Wednesday. I'm your host, BKP. We'll be back first thing in the morning, 8 a.m. Take us out of here, Amanda.